Military Mom Talk Radio. We know behind every soldier, sailor, airman, and Marine is the family supporting them. Now, here are your hosts.
Hey everybody, this is Sandra Beck and I'm here with Linda Kreter and we're visiting with Rachel Norton, Lindsey Wheeler, and Nikki Santillana. Today we are talking about LuLaRoe, we're talking about happiness, and it's so exciting to me because all of you have had different challenges in your life and LuLaRoe has helped some of those challenges. So I'm going to go round table. I want everybody to introduce themselves. I'm going to go to Rachel first. So Rachel, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Rachel Norton, and I am from Texas. I'm from Austin, Texas, but I am in El Paso, Texas, because that was where I was stationed for the last few years of my military career. I was in the Army for 7 years. I was a LPN, a nurse in a forward surgical team, and I got out of the Army this past summer, and I am a full-time student at Texas Tech, finishing up my BSN degree, and I'm a LuLaRoe retailer.
So is that all LuLaRoe behind you?
This is all LuLaRoe behind me. And also, I have to say, I am a very, very committed and crazy dog mom.
Oh, okay. Can we bring your dog up? Is she right there?
No, she wandered off. Probably
Okay.
to go get a squeaker toy because she wants attention.
So when she comes back, we're going to put her on the air because she is really, really important in our your life. And we are all dog people here, so we're all game with that. So let's go down to Lindsey Wheeler.
Hello. Hi. It's so great to be on here with you guys. Thank you so much. It's truly an honor. You two are incredible. And thank you for all that you do for military families. I am a military wife. I'm the wife to a hunky Army guy, Army Special Forces. He is an 18 Bravo. So he's a sniper on his 12-man Special Forces team. We live just outside of Seattle near Fort Lewis, Washington. And we've been here about 6 years. We have two amazing kids, age 7 and 9. And we do have a dog too. We have a big lug. He's a black lab named Lucky. And gosh, he is the third child for sure. But yes, we started our LuLaRoe business just about 4 years ago. And this is what I like to call my happy place here amongst all these beautiful clothes. It is just about 100 yards from my front door. So it's here at my house. And this is where I get to come to work every day. And I love every second of it. And I can be the wife and the mom and the business owner and juggle all those hats that we have. But it's a blast.
Oh, there's our special guest star. That's awesome, Lindsey. And I just feel like we should have done this clothes from our closets. But Rachel, let's go ahead and introduce our special guest star.
This is Ruby. She's a rescue from San Antonio when I was stationed there. And she's wearing her little patriotic bandana. And she's like, why am I on camera? But she is my happiness, I have to tell you.
Well, we love that. Welcome to the show, Ruby. Now, Nikki, you are in LuLaRoe right now. We've got Nikki Santillana. She is the public relations expert. And I can see like a dress on a dummy behind you. Like we're really inside LuLaRoe.
Yes, that is correct. We have mannequins all over the building just to showcase the different types of styles and the way to kind of even put the outfits together. And what's so unique about LuLaRoe is that everyone can tailor the outfits to exactly what their personality is. And that's what I love so much about the brand. I've been with LuLaRoe for 2.5 years, and it's been just honestly incredible to meet the amazing women that I get to work with, like Lindsey and Rachel. It's always such an honor to meet all of these amazing women.
Linda, this is so cool. Like, you know, I love when we do these video casts because we can see the clothes. We get to see the like inside skinny. I mean, I don't know how many people have been inside LuLaRoe, but Rachel and Lindsey, you guys probably haven't. Have you been in their buildings?
Sometimes we get the opportunity to go and tour the warehouse and see different pieces of operation. And I know that Lindsey just went and helped curate items to help get them out to the retailers. So that's really awesome as well.
So, Lindsey, what is it like with LuLaRoe? Like, you know, I look at the yellow walls, I look at the clothing, I'm wearing LuLaRoe. I think we all have LuLaRoe on today. It's fun. It makes you smile.
It does. And that's why I call this my happy place. I mean, I can't help but have a smile on my face. I know so many people get up every day and they go to work and they dread it. They dread Mondays because you don't want to go there and you don't look forward to it. And I don't dread Mondays. And that is such a blessing in our life to be able to get up and love what we do every day. It is fun and happy. And that's definitely the vibe of the whole company. You can't help but look at these clothes and smile because it's not boring. It's fun. I love to get up and get dressed. And I love that that is the vibe of the whole company, that it is fun. And they encourage you to find your personality and find your personal style and get out of your rut And that's what LuLaRoe is all about. It's so much fun.
Well, and Nikki, is this really like I've got my Daisy shirt on. I love this shirt. It makes me feel happy and young and vibrant. Is that one of the big things? Like when you guys go to work at LuLaRoe, do you guys sit around and talk about how do we make people happy?
I mean, yes, that is definitely part of the core values here of this company. And one of the things that I appreciate the most is that, yes, it is about the internal team, but at the end of the day, it's about the retailers and what it is that we need to do to make sure that the business is running as smoothly as possible so that we can make dreams come true, improve lives of families, and just offer an opportunity that is absolutely unique.
So let's talk about some of these improvements in families. I'm going to go to Rachel first. Rachel, you served, what years did you serve?
I served from 2010 to 2017.
Okay, and you served overseas?
Yes.
In what countries?
I was in Korea for 2 years, and then I was in Afghanistan for 9 months.
Okay, so you were a busy girl, and you were indoctrinated into the military lifestyle and the military way of being. When you left the military, how was that, and how did LuLaRoe play a role in helping you transition from military to civilian lifestyle?
I think that LuLaRoe played a very large part in helping me kind of regain my identity. Not to say that the military takes away your identity, but you do become part of a larger organization that has one goal, and you get used to putting on your uniform every single day, doing the same things day in and day out. And not to say that you cannot feel empowered as a female in the military, but I do feel that I lost that feeling of femininity. I put my hair up in a bun every day. I didn't wear makeup. I didn't go get my nails done, because those were just parts of the job. And while I loved my time in, one of the things that LuLaRoe gave me the ability to do was regain that fun, loving, being a girl, dressing up, picking out clothes that I liked, making shopping easy, because shopping has always been one of those horrible things. Like going to the mall is like a nightmare, but being able to shop from the comfort of my couch, and share that with other people who also don't really enjoy shopping, but would like to be able to do it from the comfort of their home, and know things that are going to fit the right way. They know that they love a perfect tee, and they know that they can find any perfect tee with any retailer, and they know that it's going to fit when it arrives in the mail, and they don't even have to stress about it. So those are some of the things that I really enjoyed, getting to meet other women from all walks of life. In my military career, I didn't have a whole lot of women that were in my military walk. I worked predominantly with men. I deployed with all men. So being able to meet and engage with other women who are moms, who are executives, who are now on this LuLaRoe journey as well, was very empowering to me to see all these women doing all the things. And it didn't, it wasn't just military. And then there were other women who I knew who were in the military spouses, who were doing all different things, and it was just wonderful to see and meet all these different people.
Now, Linda, we talk a lot on the air about military families, military wives, and then our women who serve. Is what Rachel's talking about that atypical in leaving the military?
No, it's completely typical. You're leaving an environment that is so structured and so maintained for you and directed for you. And then you come back to the United States where there's not as much attention paid to coming back in and all the choices you're now facing. So it's very interesting in terms of what she's saying about the camaraderie. There may not have been much when you were deployed, but now you come back, and it is necessary to have a sense of purpose and to have a group, a tribe, if you will, that will help you. And I know, Rachel, you had some issues with transition and coming back, and was one of the things that LuLaRoe brought for you was a new team that really gave you a lift.
Absolutely. So when I returned from deployment, I actually went through a divorce, and that is hard in and of itself, but I was literally a month and a half off of the plane from Afghanistan, and trying to figure out all the connotations that would happen post-divorce and what that would mean for my military career, for my financial health. And LuLaRoe inserted itself in my life right at that key time and provided me this structure, this instant friendship with women who were there alongside of me throughout that entire journey of going through my divorce, of figuring out how I was going to be this single woman in a post-deployment military world, trying to transition out of the military, and supporting me so that I could be financially healthy and stay in my home and pay my bills. And that, to me, I sit here and I think back to that moment in time when I met my sponsor, my best friend here in El Paso. And I think if I had not met her, if I had not had her come into my life, I have no idea where I would be right now. Like, I just cannot fathom the path that I would have gone down if I hadn't met her. And she could have come out of, any business, any opportunity. But it was LuLaRoe, it was these women that I met, and they set me down this path, and it's just been wonderful. Yeah, there are ups and downs on any path, but I am just so blessed and so thankful for that moment, because I just don't know where I would be.
Quick question, Rachel. When you were deployed, did you ever think that this is the path you would walk?
No. I knew that I was going to transition out of the military. I knew that my ultimate goal was to return to school and get my bachelor's degree in nursing. So I knew that lay ahead for me, but there was a plan that included my spouse at the time to facilitate that happening. And it was a plan that had been laid out for years. And when that fell through the cracks, you have to scramble and figure out what is the next step going to be.
Well, and I think it's so important that we talk about these things, because things are not always what we expect them to be. I know when a lot of women and young girls get married into the military, they often call me, or they ask me questions, or they say on social media, and they say, this isn't what I expected. Well, the military isn't what you expected unless you came from a military family. So I'm going to ask Lindsey Wheeler, you have been through multiple deployments with your husband, and LuLaRoe really helped you with those times.
Absolutely. I didn't come from any kind of military background. My husband did. His dad was in the Marine Corps, his brother is in the Navy, and my husband is in the Army. So they come from that background. He grew up with deployments and moving all the time, and I didn't. And so there was some of that as a new wife, of realizing, wow, he's gone all the time. We are getting ready to celebrate 11 years of marriage this weekend. And it's been a great 11 years, but we looked back over the first 10, and I think a lot of military wives can relate to this. The first 10 years of our marriage, he was gone more than half. Deployed to Afghanistan and Iraq multiple times. He went through all kinds of different schools as a special forces soldier. They're always gone. And then even when he was home, it was long, late days. So for us, it was just trying to steal away those little moments that we could with him, to try and cram in as many memories and as much time as possible in the little pockets that we got with him, that he wasn't absolutely exhausted. And LuLaRoe came into my life during one of those times. He was getting ready to deploy, and I wasn't really looking for something. I had been a TV reporter, and I stepped away from my job to be mom and dad, because we quickly realized that with 2 little kids, somebody needed to be there. I couldn't be gone with my job as much as he was gone. And so I because of the military, we were blessed that I could stay home. But that's really isolating. And I thought, well, I'll stay home until the kids get into school, and then I'll figure out what's next. I will kind of go to that next chapter. LuLaRoe came in way before that. I had little kids, so that were 3 and 6. This was not the plan then. But I know now it's exactly what I needed. I never would have imagined in a million years that I would own a clothing boutique, that I would have connected with so many women all across the country through being customers and also helping them build businesses. But I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is exactly where God wants me to be, that this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Wow. Nikki, are these stories pretty typical of some of your LuLaRoe retailers and the women that work in your organization where your company allows women to find happiness in challenging times?
Most definitely. And that was one of the things that really drew me to working with the company, was just getting to know all of these stories, like from women whose husbands were working in coal mines, and then them being able to come home, and then just being able to start these businesses. And I remember this one leadership event that we had. I was waiting in line at Starbucks, and I was talking to the gentleman in front of me, and he was saying how he was so fortunate to be working with his best friend, and like his eyes just sort of filled up with tears. And I'm sitting there waiting for my coffee, and I'm just like, this is why I love my job, because it is just reuniting families, uniting families, making these amazing connections for everyone. And it's just so fulfilling for me to be a part of this organization.
Well, life is hard. You know, we go through a lot. You know, Linda and I talk about this a lot on our shows, that, you know, to have something, to put on something in the morning, like you cannot put on this shirt. I'm sorry. You see it with the little yellow stripies and the flowers. You cannot put this shirt on and not smile. Like, it's just not possible. And even on a bad day, you can put something on that makes you feel beautiful or makes you feel happy or wonderful. Lindsey, show us yours a little bit. Like, look how pretty that is.
It is so fun. I mean, I feel exactly how you feel, and that's what drew me to this company. When I I got so excited about my dress, I knocked over my camera. But you guys, that's what drew me to this company. Is I had just had a second baby, and we all know what that's like, right? The first one, I bounced back pretty good. That second one was a doozy for me, right? So I bounced back here. I was trying to bounce back from that one, and someone invited me to a party, and I tried on a dress, and I felt like $1 million for the first time in a while. And I put that on, and I have never sold a thing in my life. Like I said, my background is journalism. I mean, I never envisioned anything selling any kind of clothing boutique, anything like that. But I put on that dress, and I felt incredible, and I could not stop thinking about it. It was just in my head, and I wanted other women to feel this way. Wow. Well, if I could show my mom, she would feel this way, and my best friend and my neighbor, and I want them to feel as great as I feel. And it's that sort of passion in your belly that just lit a fire in me to want to do this business and want to share it and scream it from the rooftops of, you got to try this stuff. And it's really how I started my business. And 4 years later, I still feel that way. I still have that passion in my belly, that excitement to get up every day. And I can't wait to share these clothes with other people, because I want them to feel how it makes me feel. Every woman should feel this good in their body.
Absolutely. Rachel, when you were in the military, I mean, uniforms serve a reason. You know, they let you identify each other. You know who's got your back. They're a uniform that makes you feel powerful or empowered and structured, all these things. But we can do the same thing with our clothing. Let's see what you're wearing today from LuLaRoe, and talk about like the things that you like about it.
I'm wearing a perfect tee, and I love this one. It's one that I've had for a while. And one of the best things about being a retailer is when your box comes in the mail, if there's something that you have to have, you can just take it out, and you don't even have to look for it or search for it, because it's there and you can keep it for yourself. And that's what happened with this one. I try not to be a thief of joy to my customers, but every once in a while I have to be like, I just need to take this one for myself. So that's one of the things that, you know, I just love being able to find these items that I just am attracted to. And everyone's attracted to different things. You know, everyone is attracted to a different color or a different fit or a different, you know, style or look. If it's bohemian, if it's more professional, if it's more, Ruby's brought in a toy. And, you know, so you're just, you are able to find the things that you love within the breadth of this brand, and it's not going to pigeonhole anyone. You don't have to be just, you know, the girl who only likes business professional, you know, or, you know, just likes leggings. There's something for everyone.
Well, and it's also an opportunity to try something new. Like, I'm a creature of habit. Linda will tell you this. Like, I wear solids all the time. Navy blue, black, brown in the fall. Like, you know, I really don't mix it up. And when this came in my box, I have to tell you, at first I was like, oh, I don't know if I like it. And then I put it on. I'm like, oh, I don't like it. I love it, because I wouldn't have tried it. And I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't know how I feel till I tried it on. And I think that's the fun thing about LuLaRoe, is you get this opportunity to really explore some sides of yourself that maybe you haven't tried, or if you're always going to the same stores like me, or the same shops online and you buy the same things, like, mix it up a little bit, because we get to choose happiness. Now, I'm going to end today's episode, because we've got another one coming up where we're going to talk about the things that we do as part of LuLaRoe to choose and make our own happiness. So on behalf of myself, Linda Kreter, we've got Nikki Santillana, Rachel Norton, and Lindsey Wheeler. We'll be back with another episode, so stay tuned.
Thanks for spending time with us today on Military Mom Talk Radio. We've got more than 200 episodes available to you anytime on iTunes or at our website, militarymomtalkradio.com. Find us on Facebook or Twitter. We look forward to another great conversation with you on Military Mom Talk Radio.